Hi, fellow traders. Yep, was wasting away again in Margaritaville this weekend. My daughter and I kicked off our birthday weekend, our birthday week. Now, our birthdays are less than a week apart, so when she got older, we just kind of started celebrating them together and, really with the whole family. And it was a great, great time. A lot of people, when you get older, you don't want to celebrate birthdays. You stop counting them. But, trading a couple years ago gave me a new life, and I'm celebrating every year, every hour, every minute of every hour of every day. I'm celebrating it because we do not get this opportunity again. There's no waiting till tomorrow. You got to live for today. And, we had a great time. Great time. Got to see some snow. And that's all I needed for my birthday. Living in this hell's bucket here in Columbia, South Carolina, we rarely get to see anything other than heat and water. And that's about it. All right. So we're not going to waste any more time. For you guys that have been asking about how I do my equity curve, how I build that chart, and how I do my calendar or what calendar I use. After the recap, you can hang around and I will show you how to do that. But I'll do it after the recap. All right, so starting off with last week, we were in the UPS swing. It had a crazy day on Thursday. It was just kind of an odd day. It just didn't do much. And then Friday, it started selling off. I just put in my stop under this candle here, and it sold off hard. It took out that stop, and then it just kept selling. So, that was that. And we picked up only 2.36%. We were looking for 6 to 8%. We only got 2.3, so this is a fail. The strategy failed to complete. But the good thing about these swings, a lot of times if the strategy fails halfway through, we've locked in some profit. So 731.30, not bad. It is not bad. I'll take it. So you can see on these two covers, on the 5th, we locked in 410.65, and then we got stopped out Friday, 320.65. So you add that up, that's what we got, 731.70. All right, so today, now I'll say this real quick. Thinkorswim, you get all the support in the world you need. There's no reason for you to cry, bitch, moan, and complain about anything. I found out, and I spent today about 30 minutes. They'll spend up to 45 minutes with you at a time. I spent about 30 minutes live with a rep from TD Ameritrade who logged into my screen and just kind of showed me some stuff. But in the process, I forgot, or I didn't even realize I had this one on auto send. So when I was he was showing me something how to build an order. I accidentally took 100 shares of this on UPS, and it just so happens it was really close to the breakout point. I mean, it wasn't quite there yet, but it worked. And it's funny, the guy was like telling me, I could go ahead and get out of it. I don't have to stay in it. And I'm like, no. I'm like, look at this. It may be bouncing and coming off the bottom. And plus, the biggest reason was I didn't want to waste a day trade on a 100 share accident. I don't care if it sold off $5. A day trade could be worth 3-4 times that much. So I wasn't worried about a 100 share thing. I was not going to take it off. And you could see what this thing did. It recovered pretty good. But the whole time he was talking to me, he was just preoccupied following this trade. And he just couldn't believe what was happening. And I was like, yeah, that's how we players roll. Now that's how we do it. You know, but prime example, doesn't take skill to make a winning trade. You know, this was a complete accident. On a demonstration, the guy was showing me, and I'm in a trade, and now I'm up. You know, this wasn't a strategy. It wasn't something I was going to trade, and it just happened. So we're going to play it out now tomorrow. And now, let me preface this. UPS is on our swing watch. It was, so if you got the emails last night, you saw this morning in chat, UPS is on our swing watch. And I said, if it bounces off of this ascending support, then I'm going to re-engage it. Now, I'm in it a day early. This is a candle that we like to see with it bouncing. We like to see this type of candle where we sold off, we got aggressively bought up, we got a bottoming tail here. So tomorrow, if we open higher than we closed yesterday, then I'm probably going to add in and be in full size. And then I'll be looking for the move back up toward 110. Still my target. So pretty much still the same trade here. Just looking for the second move. But obviously, if we can't break this high in the next day or two, then I'm just going to take it off, lock in what I got, and move on. But that's the plan on this. So even though this was an accidental entry today, this stop was on my swing watch, which is why the chart was up when we were going through the process. But I did learn some little tricks that as we get deeper into the swing class, this is the account that I'm going to be using to take our short-term swings and show you guys you can grow your account. You don't need to be under the PDT rule. You can still grow your account and not have to sit on it for years to get to where you want to be. All right, so that's UPS. So closing out last week, I ended up on Friday. If you were in chat Friday, you saw the trade. And I lost on it, got my ass handed to me at the open, and that was pretty much it. I had a short day. I was going out of town. I was leaving. So didn't really get to take any more trades. I shut down, and that was that. I didn't get to take a snapshot and all of that because we really didn't get back to our room. We didn't get settled in until late that night. So after midnight. So there was a no-go there. But if you guys were in chat, you did see I took a big hit. And a little bit bigger than what I would have wanted, but I was, holding on a little bit too tight. But 2 $700 days last week, nice $400 day. And then this day, I think I took a little bit, I can't remember if I took a little bit too much of a loss on this one or what, but this wasn't the best of days, but was good to get out up $143. So 1567.53 for the week. My accuracy, and like I said, I'm going to keep up with this just for this first quarter for you guys that want to track it. But I could care less about this. All I care about is my equity curve, which we're going to look at here in a minute. But 73%, that's pretty much what I used to run when the market was really good. I was running at a 73%. Now it's between 55 and 65 is what I've averaged over the last couple of years. But that doesn't matter. Okay, it's not about the accuracy. Here's an issue I see. I run into a lot of people that believe that their intelligence and their intellect can actually give them more insight than the average person. to help them avoid losing trades. That they can understand and interpret what's going to happen next with a better degree of accuracy than the average person. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. Actually, you're not going to be consistent doing that, and you're going to actually do worse. I mean, it is a proven fact. You know, if you're the person who relies on your intelligence to tell you whether to get in a trade or not, just without a set of rules or anything like that, it's going to be hard, and it's going to be really difficult. So the first thing, and that's one of the things that I talk about in the beginning, is the first thing you need to be comfortable with is the uncertainty in the market. Because you can have the most beautiful setup. You can have a strategy that produces incredible accuracy. But you can easily lose 3 to 5 trades in a row just because the uncertainty in the market. Nothing to do with the strategy, may not have anything to do with you and your execution. It's just that's the way the market is. It's random. The results are random because they're people that have agendas that you just may not even understand or know. So you got to think about that. You got to be okay with the uncertainty in the market. Now today, you know, when I talk about my trade from today, I'm going to elaborate a little bit further on that. Okay, so here's the equity curve. Nice big jump up on the big week yesterday. So far this quarter, this year, we're at 35.67.79. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. All right, so today, now I missed the opening range break. I had my head turned looking at my other stocks, and I missed it. Okay, I accepted it, and I was determined not to chase it. Now, yeah, if I had chased it, I would have made money. If I'd have broke my rules, I would have got paid. But I don't want to establish that habit. So it was outside of my window to enter, so I didn't take it, and I was going to wait to get back in. So you know, this was like hell, these 15 minutes waiting for this to try and set up. And then once it did, I was looking for the reversal back to the VWAP, which is, you know, typical reversal fashion. You know, that's what we got. But it didn't quite touch the VWAP. And I didn't take it off until we got this bounce here. So I ended up just taking it all off. We had a shift in momentum. This was not a trend continuation. This was not a downtrend. All right. This was just a reversal trade back here. It did not complete. Came within a couple cents, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Even if I had taken 2/3 off here and then took the rest off at break even, I would have ended up with the same amount. Plus, I wouldn't have gotten in on the actual trend continuation. I would have missed it. So we got in here, trend continuation. Here was an accident. I was supposed to be taking 2/3 off, 200 shares, but I accidentally hit cover 2, which means it bought 200 more shares or 198 more shares. All right, so it bought that. And I didn't want to be in 500 shares, so I wanted to go to my original plan. The original plan was to take 2/3 off, so I sold 2/3 of whatever that whole position was, and it took off 328 shares, so left me with 170, and I was waiting for it to push through, get to around 133.85. It didn't quite do it, or 133, and it came back, ended up taking it off, and just waited. And here we bounced, and we put in this ascending trend line here on this bounce. Once we got over the 20 and the 9, I got in. We pushed up a little bit, pulled back, bounced off of the 20, and my profit target was right through this 131.80 level, and at 132 was kind of where I wanted to take profit. It made it, got profit here, held through here, took some profit off there, was waiting for a bigger move, and it just didn't come. Now, I would have taken it off here, but at this time, I'm in my car driving, picking my son up from school, and I'm trying my best to not take my laptop with me anymore. So I left it home. I put in a stop, left it home. Obviously, it found it. It was right near VWAP anyway, and it came back and bounced back. So that was that. Really, really good day. Another $700 day for us, 702.38. And I am very, very happy with this day. Very happy. All right. Good way to start the week. All right. So, for those of you who want to know how I do my calendar and everything, this is how I do it. I've already got the calendar here, but what you can do, click new, and you can search online. It's what I did for a calendar. The one that I've used the last 2 years is not working. It's not updating anymore. So here's the one that I chose, but you can choose whichever one you want. So all I did was choose this, and I created it. It'll start in February. You can go back to January if you want. You can type in January and go back to it. Click January, whatever you want to do. Click OK. And then what I do is I just type in my just type in what I make. I make it red if I'm down that day, green if I'm good. And that's that. It's just that simple. And then all I do is take a snapshot of this, snip it, post it on my PowerPoint slide, because I make PowerPoint files of my trades and everything. It's what I use when I do my recaps. But what you're looking at is my my recap file. Every day I make a different file, and I just take a snapshot of this and put this in every file as I add today. So today I would add, what did I make today? 7, I don't even know. Hold on. 702 something. 702.38. So I'll just go 702.38. And I was 1, 2, 3 and 0. So 3 wins and no losses. So I'm good to go. Make it green because I was green. And that's that. It automatically saves it for me. And that's my calendar. All right, so I'm sorry. Looking for Excel spreadsheet. So I start out with a clean spreadsheet. All right. Clean blank workbook. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this to kind of copy and paste to kind of save time. But you could make, your headings whatever you want. This is just what I have for mine. All right, so the weekend I use Friday's date. So every day I'll just type in like for January 10th, I just type in 110 and it automatically puts it in like this. A P&L, whatever I made that week, I just copy it from my calendar and paste it. And whenever you get one that does this, just right click and click on the money bar. It'll fix it. But this is like, I am no Excel guru. This is as elementary as you get. Elementary school kids probably do this. But that's it. So how I make the calendar. How I make the how do I make the chart that you see? I highlight all of these and I go to insert, and I want to insert a chart. And I want the ones that have the plots, each point to plot each week. So I just click on that and it automatically puts this together. I don't have to do anything. And then I could just put the chart title up here. That's all I got to do. So now, for the weekend, this is all going to be the same. Same dates. Oops. Same dates. And here is going to be a running total. Whereas over here, I am using the total amount, just the weekly amounts. Here, I'm adding them up and going from week to week. So right here is going to be this number added to that number, which is going to be 3567. Let's see, 35, 67, 79. All right, and then I make that chart the same way. Highlight it and insert. Find my chart that I want, and it's made. So let me blow this up. All right, so that's made. Now, what do I do next week? So let's say this Friday is the 15th. So I'll do 2/15. This is hypothetical. Let's say I made 1325. All right, we made $1,325. So I want to add that to this. So all I do is click on the middle part of the chart and drag this down to cover that number. Automatically post it. And you see we're down here. No, we made less this week than we made the previous week. All right, and then all I do is, again, I can do 2/15, and then here I'm gonna add 1325 to that 3567.79, and we got 4892.79. So 4892.79. All right, and I want to plot that. So you got to click the middle of the chart that actually has the graph. Slide this down, cover up that number, and it automatically plots it. And that's that. I got to have things simple. I got to have things simple and straightforward. And this is as simple and straightforward as I can get it. Like I said, this is elementary school stuff. And I'm not a guru. I'm not an Excel guru. I'm not a Word guru. I'm not a PowerPoint guru. I know how to do the basic stuff I learned how to do as a teacher. That's all I needed to know. And I didn't want to know anything else. I didn't need to. I wanted to be as efficient as possible. So, and all I do is I'll take a snapshot of this and put this on my last recap PowerPoint for the week. All of that's there. So I know if I want to see the end of the week, I just go to the file for the end of that week. And that's going to have everything I need on it right there. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to shoot me email, or you can ask me in chat. I'll be glad to show you whatever I can do. All right, so take it easy. Have a good night, and I'll catch you guys in the morning.